Hey guys, welcome to another Final Fantasy VII Rebirth video, and we are taking on the mighty Odin yet again, but this one we're going to be talking about his hidden game mechanics and how Odin works, so that hopefully you guys can understand him a little bit more and be able to defeat him, especially when it comes to bonds of friendship and to be a hero. So the first thing we're going to talk about is his entertainment bar or mood bar. Now Odin has a hidden bar which you can't see. So if you are to assess him, it basically gives you a brief description. Odin likes to be thrilled, he likes to be punished. So landing large ATB commands, evading attacks or inflicting detrimental status effects on him will put him on the back foot, which in turn will pressure him. But on the other hand, if you are not dealing that damage, if you are not dodging or blocking his attacks, he will simply just get bored and he will want to finish the fight. So he will sound Gillerhorn's warning and then release or unleash that horrible unmissable attack, Zanik C. So how do we avoid Gillerhorn's warning and the dreaded Zanik C? Well, it's simple guys, we are going to just build up his entertainment bar. So this might sound silly, but this is what I want you to think about. Imagine that Odin is a cup of water, half full at the start of the battle. But Odin has a tiny hole in the bottom, and this water is draining away constantly throughout the fight. And your job here is to keep this cup of water topped up. And the only way you're going to do that is by dodging his attacks, blocking his attacks, and dealing heavy damage. Now, Gillerhorn's warning is a flashing beacon about a quarter of the way from the bottom of the cup, and it's going, yeah, we are really low now. If you don't do something, we are going to be done. So this is your opportunity to absolutely fill that cup. If you let it drain, we are going to be hitting Zanik C. So the next game mechanic we're going to talk about is the Handcuffs and Reprisal. Now you might have noticed while you're playing against Odin that one of your players might get a set of handcuffs. What does this mean? Well, basically it means that while these handcuffs are in play, any ATB move that your character uses will be counterattacked by Reprisal. Now there are two different counterattacks he'll do. If you are near, he will do a melee Reprisal counterattack, and if you are at a distance, he will do a spear Reprisal. Both are basically unavoidable, and they are so quick that they will counteract your ATB moves. So just a quick side note on ATB moves in this fight while handcuffed. If you are using 2 bars of ATB to perform a move, something like the Arga Magic or like a Maximum Fury with Barrett, you will still perform the move because the Arga moves and stuff like that aren't interruptible. You will still take damage, and you might find that some of the moves will not land. Now at this point you might be asking, why do you get the handcuffs, or how are you getting the handcuffs? Mainly because of the move Helm Cleaver. So if that move hits you, he will put the handcuffs on you. So do try and avoid it at all costs. And one more thing about the handcuffs. One way to deal with them is literally just switch to another character and wait for them to fade away. That way you're not taking as much damage with your favourite character. The next thing we're going to talk about is Spatial Distortion. Now, if you've not seen this move yet, basically Odin splits the battlefield in half. And two things can happen here. Number one is that you get caught in the distorted half of the battlefield. You will take constant damage here, and you're also going to build up his Zanzakuten bar, his entertainment bar that we talked about previously. And the second thing that can happen, of course, is you are going to get on to the non-distorted side. Now, guys, you do have a moment. When you see it flash like that, you are locked into whichever side you are on. You have about 3 or 4 seconds to get that move done. Now, towards the end of the fight, he will cast Templar Imprisonment, which casts stop on your character, the one that you are using. So there's 2 ways to deal with Templar Imprisonment. Number one is to very simply just switch to another character. And number 2 is to break it with a limit break. Because of course we all know that while we're using limit break, we are basically invincible. Now, the last move we need to talk about, of course, is Zanzakuten. We all know it's unavoidable, and it's an instant kill. So, what can you do to counteract this? There's only a couple of things you can do. Number one, have revival earrings on. Number 2 is re-raise materia and cast yourself re-raise during the fight. And number 3 is having Phoenix materia equipped and using the summon move re-raise on your character. The easiest one, of course, is the revival earrings, but bringing revival earrings also means you can't bring the more powerful accessories into the fight. So some final thoughts and hints on how to beat Odin. Don't forget that you can debuff him. So, Debrave, Deprotect, and Poison will really help to pressure him and bring him to stagger. Take the time to learn his moves, what's avoidable, what's unavoidable. And you know what? Enjoy the fight. I have really enjoyed fighting Odin. Now hopefully that helps you beat him. And guys, if I've missed anything, please do drop it in the comment section below to help other players. Make sure that you check out my other videos on YouTube. I've got a whole playlist, and there's another 2 videos there on how to beat Odin. One with a poor setup and one with a more advanced setup. And to finish the video, enjoy this solo fight with Cloud and Odin. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Get ready. You had your